Hey guys, I have M248 here, and yet again I'm trying something a little different. I recently played through Undertale at double its normal speed, and I had a lot of fun doing so. My biggest complaint with the game casually was that outside of the ending of Genocide, it was way too easy. Even the very end of Genocide is too easy once you know it's coming. So one day, while bored without internet, I remembered I saw Jammers do his no-hit run of every boss at 1.5 times speed, except Sans, which he did in 2 parts. And I was like, I wonder if he did that with Cheat Engine. I've got Cheat Engine. I'm gonna try and beat the game at double speed. And I went and I did the true pacifist ending that way. It worked. It actually added some decent challenge. Untitled killed me a solid a lot of times. But then I started abusing items a lot more and going in with full healing stocks, and everything was too easy again, almost. I didn't even need the Tem armor. So why did I preface with this? Because you may have noticed from either the title, description, game itself, the game's running at double speed again. I'm not going to be using any items. I'm going to be going for the dog ending, which means I'm killing only Toriel, Papyrus, Undyne, and Metaton. No grinding, enough HP, most battle gameplay, and just because the in-between segments are probably going to be too easy with this rule, completing every battle. This way I can't keep the bandit equipped to flee from everything, so that's going to make things a little more interesting. So without further talking, since this intro has gone on long enough, let's name the fallen human. Dude, names are hard! Alright, I already used double for the first time, so I'm just going to go with the challenge acronym. Double speed, no item, no escape. Yes, this name is correct. So, as a final warning, there will be spoilers without warning. So unless you already know what happens with the 3 routes, or just don't care, I'd suggest playing through the game first. A lot of stuff loses its impact if you know it's coming. So while waiting for Flowey to be interrupted from attempted fratricide, also I just want to get through this fight so I can get to the actual gameplay, so I'm going to be speeding this up. Let's talk a bit about the less obvious implications of these rules. No escapes means money's not going to be a problem, so I can get the armor and stuff from Brady and Caddy later on. Aside from that, survival forced encounters should be pretty interesting, especially around Snowdin. So, just hit the switches. So, no items has the very obvious no healing in battle. So this menu, pretend it doesn't exist. It also means no healing out of battle. Let's talk to the dummy. So, then again, you also have the time armor and stay-in apron for healing, so there are options here, and let's compliment the frogget. I remember how to spare most of the monsters, so there's that. So as you can see, this cutscene, which is normally very slow, goes at a decent pace at double speed, which is pretty nice. But the more interesting implications of no items: no stick for easy dogfights, no pie to weaken Asgore, and most importantly, no spider donut to skip the Muffet fight, because normally if you eat one in that fight, she'll just immediately spare you. So compliment the frogget. So I know I'm skipping story and puzzle explanations on a lot of things here, but story and puzzle-based LPs have been done a billion times over already. Don't care if I prefer cinnamon or butterscotch. I personally prefer butterscotch, but I just mashed through to cinnamon. Put the limbs in, you can spare the limbs in immediately. How many LPs, though, have specifically ramped up the difficulty outside of just simply playing Genocide? And how many challenge runs have live commentary and show failed attempts? So this is still doing something a little different. Alright, so you can spare Mold Small immediately. I was not sure about that. Also, 2 of these rocks are completely unnecessary, and the room with all the platforms that I just... not platforms. leaves that I just ran through, the very specific pattern, you fall down and follow the leaf pattern. So here's Napstablook. I know the solution is to just keep cheering him. This attack's actually hard at double speed. I've done it before, but it's not. It's definitely by far the harder attack. So, over here, Spider Bake Sale. 7 gold for a spider donut, and you don't have to fight Muffet. I don't have 7 gold. And even if I did, why would I want more than that? So, because the bandage is unimportant, I'm going to be picking up the Faded Ribbon. And I'm going to equip it now. Gosps can be spared once they're alone. Conveniently, a mold small lets you. So this room the sign says each room is not a different new room. It simply marks a rotation in perspective. So there's a switch here. It's the blue switch. Lets you remove those spikes. Ooh, Pair of Lukes is going to be a bit scary. So the cool thing about multi-enemy encounters in this game is that, this one's the green, right? No! Cannot believe I forgot. The enemy attacks get easier if there's multiple of them. It's dinner. So dinner lets you spare a Vegetoid. Is it the red one? Yeah, it's the red one. It's the green one in the next room. So these attacks are all easier than if they were, the enemies were on their own. So I'm going to be trying to spare every enemy at the same time. So I know I go into the item menu for the equipment changing, but that's more of equipping and not items, so it can be a bit of a technicality, but I don't see a problem with it. So, you'll notice I had 7 hit points, now I have 20. Save points heal me, and without that, this particular challenge wouldn't be possible. So over there, Toriel tries to tell you it's your room. I don't really care. Fine, we'll go over here. I will make myself at home by demanding you let me leave the ruins. How do I exit the ruins? How do I exit the ruins? So just so I don't have to sit through that cutscene, should I fail Toriel, you actually can't lose to Toriel, interesting fact. Well, you can, it's just difficult to. The way her fight works is her attacks deal 4 damage, I believe. At least they do with the bandage, I don't know if they do with the Faded Ribbon. And... okay, they do 3 here. Ow! Deal with the hand attack. Hand attack's a joke. So, this is what I wanted to avoid triggering this phase. So as you can see, she's not going to be able to hit me anymore, and that kind of takes any challenge out of the fight. So I want to actually have a real fight here. So I'm actually going to relaunch the game. Reload, try again. So because I'm using Cheat Engine for speed hacking, I have to reset it every time. But that's not a big deal. because it does not take very long. The only place where this really matters will be before the Flowey fight. And more importantly, if I die during the Flowey fight. So as you can see, the hand attack gets cancelled if you hit it. See, this is like, Toriel has the 3 attacks, really. This is the hard one. Well, it's the hard one at this speed. That's why, because it can do stuff like that, and that's pretty hard to dodge even at normal speed. We get a hand? That clipped me. Wow, I did not think that hit. Yes! Got her without her having to go into that phase. So this is the kind of thing that's going to be most of the fights in this game. It's going to be just a slugfest until one of us falls. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm pretty sure I can handle everything in the game like this, just via the armor and equipment. So blah blah blah, Toriel does not want Asgore to take my soul, blah blah blah, of course not, I'm not planning on it. No, Toriel! So, yeah, I'm horrible, I know. But as you can see, this levels me up to level 5. So, because I don't know if I get healed before entering Snowdin, I'm going to go save that victory. Because that was a victory of 3 health remaining? That sounds right. Yeah, 3 health, that's what I had. Which meant I didn't trigger the easy 2 HP phase. Or the impossible to lose 2 HP phase, I should say. The other good thing about playing this game at double speed is that these long hallways actually don't matter. They take, as you might expect, half as long as normal. Another amusing effect is that sound effects end up overlapping at points, and other ones get cut off. The True Pacifist credits in particular end up having things overlap, because it's 6 or 7 different music tracks that all play at specific times. They end up overlapping. So as we approach Snowdin, Sans follows us. Woo. Hi. Conveniently shaped lamb. So Papyrus's stomping and animations are even more hilarious at this speed. Okay, so there was a save point before I would need it, but... So, Tough Glove, I'm going to drop off the bandage and stick because I'm not going to use either of them. And Toy Knife's no longer necessary either. So we've got Snowdrake. How do we deal with Snowdrake? We can hit Spare even though it's not going to do anything. Dodge his attack. Laugh at his joke. And Spare. So, Snowdin Forest is probably going to be the most interesting part of the game. Just because... maybe not. There's a fair amount of save points throughout, but there's a lot of forced battles. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. So, Ice Cap, Nora's Hat. I haven't actually fought an Ice Cap in so long. Like, I completely forgot what his attacks were. Anyway, here's Doggo. I did not mean to pick fight. Doggo's pretty easy. You pet him, you don't move. gonna go up here. It's a snowman. I'm gonna completely ignore him because he only gives you one of the best healing items in the game, but that's an item. So we zap Papyrus. Papyrus goes through the maze. So as you can see, there's absolutely no downside. Apparently I solved that easily. So nice cream man, don't care. Let's play ball at double speed, because why not? This is actually really hard to do well at. No! No! Get back here! No! Alright, I'm just gonna put it in the hole once, and that'll be that. I've tried getting the red for quite a while, which is basically a perfect play, but I never got it. I got really consistent at getting oranges, though, which is a fast completion. I'm awarded 2G for that. So I'm still at 33. And we'll humor Sans' puzzle. So the interesting thing about Sans' puzzle is that it's a word search. Can my mouse pointer be seen? I should check. Yes, it can. Okay. So the big garbage thing is just... Now you'll notice FCLFE, FCLFU. It's actually impossible. So this screen is a little switch hidden under here. First, lesser dog. I wonder if I should pet, or pet. So I could keep petting him, but I'd rather not risk the damage. So the switch hidden in the snow, it clears spikes. And you know that because this is a map. So, Dogami and Dogoressa. Again, you solve them by petting them. Start with you. Actually, no, roll around first. So as you can see, none of their attacks are too difficult, as long as you know how they work. I've seen people have a lot of trouble with the axes, specifically Dogoressa's axes, if you kill Dogami first. Oops, forgot to hit this. But it's the same basic idea. So over here we have this puzzle. The solution is different. This puzzle here, not too difficult. I'm just looking at it to make sure I can remember a solution. See, it's a solution. But, there's a switch on the trunk of this tree. So either one of those methods works. You can either step on all of those or use the tree trunk. It's kinda silly. Also, Sans likes doing absolutely nothing. So, red tiles are impassable, yellows are electric, green are alarm tiles, orange are orange scented, blue are water tiles. You can go through them unless you're orange. And you can't go through blue if it's next to yellow. Purple are basically ice, and turns you lemony. Pink tiles don't do anything. How is that? Understand? I'm gonna say no because it's funnier to say no. Now, I know I thought I wasn't gonna do my dialogue story stuff, but this part, this scene's way too good. Red are impassable, yellow are electric and dangerous, blue make you fight a monster, green are water, orange are orange scented. If you step on orange, don't step on green. Brown tiles are... Wait, there are no brown tiles. Purple filling ones. Well, the yellow ones smell lovely. He's got a point. Did I accept green and blue? Do you understand better now? Do I understand better now? I'm gonna say I did, just so the switch gets thrown. Entirely random. Now the reason I let this happen, instead of the faster approach, is it's always this. Papyrus gives up. Impassable, walkable. So the more times you pet the lesser dog, the more stuff he'll put here. It's kind of interesting, but why would you want to pet him more than once? So this puzzle, no way to bypass it, unfortunately. It's kind of a pain. That's just the easiest way to do it. There are faster ways. That's the one that doesn't require shenanigans. I think down here is the Grifftrot area. Yep. I would try my luck with Glide, but I'd rather not. It takes 3 minutes to get the encounter with Glide, so I'm just not going to. So, Greater Dog. If I remember right, it's Beckon. Pet. I do not know how to deal with that attack at this speed. I think play? Yeah, the reason I wasn't moving is that attack doesn't attack you. Unless you move. So I've pet decisively. I still didn't get the spear! I don't know how to do the spear. So Papyrus' Gauntlet of Deadly Terror. That's the annoying dog. Papyrus' theme is way too catchy. So I'm not going to be doing that, like the up-down thing much, because my keyboard can only let me do it to the right. I can't do it to the left. This is what happens when I hold left up and down. But we'll be using it in a few places. It does increase the encounter rate, and I don't really want to do that very much. We're going to go into the shop, not going to talk. I'm just going to upgrade my armor. So, it says one night is 80G. That's kind of a lot, so I'm going to spend the 80, because it overheals you 230 of 20, and you actually get it back. So I'm at 38 of 36 health. Gonna take the Igloo shortcut. I know that scrolls by really fast. And we're going to go give Papyrus a couple tries. So if I lose to Papyrus 3 times here, I'm going to cut the video just so that I don't skip Papyrus, because if you lose enough times, he'll just let you bypass him, and I think that's kind of silly. But so here's his fabled blue attack. How did I not time that in time? So I'm allowed to take 11 more hits during this fight. So 12 mistakes is a lot, but it's also very easy to make those mistakes at this speed. I would peg the difficulty of this fight at this speed at around 6. Yeah, these early attacks are pretty easy. The later ones are a challenge. health is going down fast. And mine's not. This is going faster than if I were to try to spare him, actually. Because he just goes, behold my special attack, and the dog doesn't damage me. Don't you dare kill me. Cool, dude. Okay, that was silly. But I got him. First try, Papyrus. Just by tanking hits. I had a pretty good first part of that fight. So he will spare me. He will always try to spare you. You can always go over and hit spare. And so this part, poor dude, but that's what I'm doing. So now Sans will disappear from the rest of the game. We reach level 7, and the biggest difficulty from this is without a doubt going to be Undying. So I think that's a good place to cut the first episode. So, 2 bosses down, 2 main bosses to go, but Muffet, and, well, sorry, 3, because that score. But Muffet's also going to be worth noting as a very tough fight. So, I will cut here, and see you in the next video.